Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. Try and get 150 likes on tonight's video. That would be absolutely awesome. So, as you guys know, we're headed into this upcoming week, game at home against the struggling, rebuilding Houston Texans. I want to start it off with this quick statistic. Week 1, they gave up 177 rushing yards, about 5 yards an attempt. Week 2 to Denver, same thing, 150 yards, 5 yards an attempt. Week 3, they played the Chicago Bears, gave up 281 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. That's 7 yards per carry. I was actually at that game, flew back home to Chicago. The Bears ran right up their throats. The Bears' offensive line, it's horrible, all right? Week 4, nothing too great, only 3 yards a rush against the Chargers, and then last week they had a bye, so 2 weeks ago against Jacksonville, gave up 5.2 yards per rush, 136 yards. The Raiders are winning this football game, all right? And if they don't, there will probably be some big-time stuff that were to happen afterwards. Josh Jacobs is having a career year right now. He's having a career year. I mean, he is feasting. He's averaging 5.4 yards per attempt. On the season, he has 3 touchdowns, 91 attempts, 490 yards, and it took the Raiders quite a bit of time to figure this one out. Probably way too much time to figure this one out, which is a little surprising because Josh McDaniels, he was the offensive coordinator in New England for a very long time. First season he was there, they were number 1 in yards, they were number 1 in scoring. For like the first 5, 6, 7 years of him being the OC in New England, they were almost always a top 5 scoring and yards per game offense. So I think it's just taken a little bit of time to click, but Josh Jacobs last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, they made a lot of improvements on their defense, especially their rush defense. Josh Jacobs, he didn't give a damn. 21 attempts, 154 yards, 7.3 yards per rush for a touchdown. The week before that, in the one win on the season for the Raiders, 28 attempts, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right? But he's been running like a beast every single week. It's just in the first 3 weeks of the season, he saw 10 attempts in the opening game, which was just brutal. Second week, 19 attempts, are trending in the right direction. That game against Tennessee, which was, they were fighting, right? They gave up early lead. They had to kind of fight back into that one, but only 13 attempts. I mean, I hate talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, to be honest with you, but that's something I've really noticed the Chiefs this season. Like, the Raiders were up 17-0, right? The Chiefs' offense, they couldn't get much going. The Raiders were just destroying them on defense. 3 and outs. No conversions, no points in the first quarter. It was beautiful. What did the Chiefs do? They started to run the damn ball, right? Now, both teams have had some time. They've had a week. Both teams coming off the bye week. So they've had some time to prepare for this game. But when we really boil it down, who's the better team? No disrespect to Houston. I'm actually flying there tomorrow. Wow, I didn't even notice that. No disrespect to them. Which team has Devontae Adams, right? Ooh, that's the Raiders. What team has Derek Carr? Oh, that's the Raiders. What team has Hunter Renfrow? Raiders. What team has Josh Jacobs? It's still the Raiders. Let's throw in Max Crosby. Yeah, it's still the Raiders. I don't even want to talk about what happens if they lose because would it be just the most depressing thing in the world? That's why you paid these guys what you paid them, right? Now, Darren Waller said he's not going to play, or he most likely isn't going to play. That sucks. The good news is Foster Moreau, he's an underrated gem. He's one of the most underrated tight ends in the entire league. It's his time to shine, right? He's a tight end 1. He can be that guy. But that's why you have Devontae Adams. That's why you have Derek Carr. That's why you have Hunter Renfrow. That's why you have Josh Jacobs. That's why you paid Chandler Jones. That's why you have Max Crosby, right? So I'm not worried. In fact, I think this is the first week of the season where, first off, once again, the Raiders are favored in 11 of their 12 remaining games. I mean, a win here, I know it's not the craziest, most impressive win. We all wanted that win, and they should have gotten that win against the Kansas City Chiefs before the bye week. That was brutal. A win here does so much for the momentum. And once again, man, we all watched Monday night last week. Chargers, Broncos. I mean, that was horrible, dude. It was a horrible game. Kansas City struggling. The Chargers are struggling. Denver is struggling. The division's not even out of grabs. It's not even out of grabs. And with the new tweak to the wild card, the Raiders are definitely not done. And if you look around the league, I mean, even, guys, look at the team like the Packers, the Buccaneers. These were projected to be the best two teams in the NFC. They're both 3-3. They're both desperately struggling. This is the week where you make that statement. You get the offense going. You get the run game going. You start getting the chemistry with Devontae Adams, Hunter out there at the same time. Josh Jacobs jams it up your throat. You score 30-plus points. The defense, you get the stops. Chandler Jones gets his sacks. You get the turnovers. Max Crosby does his thing. You limit them to 20 at most. 20 at most. This is the week right here, right now, and I hate saying it. It's now or never, guys. I know that the season, as I was alluding, they're favored in almost every game except the last one against Kansas City. You don't want to be 1-5. No one wants to be 1-4. You definitely don't want to be 1-5. I mean, that just gives me nightmares. This is a very winnable game. They should win this game, and they will win this game. Let me know what you guys are thinking heading into this upcoming week. That's it from me. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I will catch you guys later. Peace.